Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. It is Multiple Monday and I have a little bookmark. This is more of a make ahead. It's not multiple journals, but this is fun. And I thought I would use some of this craft paper I ordered. I don't know, I guess I could say it's a happy accident. You can see that it's two different colors. This is more of a darker brown than this on one side, but it's very papery. I'm not even gonna, this is not even 65 pounds. This is craft paper, like you buy in a roll to package presents or gifts for the mail. That's what this is. You can see how flimsy it is. However, I think I can run this through my printer, so it may be a good thing. Maybe I'll do that for the next digi kit that I use. But in the meantime, it works perfectly for this little pocket insert for a journal. Now, I did not write down who I saw make this, but I do remember that she referred us to Oak House Journals, and that's who I just watched make this again so that I could remember how to do it. Now she calls it a 5-pocket bookmark, and I think I made 6. So you can modify this, but this is a good base. Really fun. But basically you've got a pocket on the top, a really tall pocket. Now I'm using 8.5 by 11. Let me give you the finished size. I'm using 8.5 by 11 craft paper. This ends up being almost 6.5 by 2.25 when it's all finished. So perfect size to stick in a journal pocket. You could use decorative paper, scrapbook paper. I'm not sure how well this would work with 110-pound cardstock. I would use a thinner cardstock if I was going to, something like you would get in the Paper Studio cardstock is about a 65-pound weight. That's about as heavy as I would go. It'll work, but it won't be as forgiving. Let's put it that way. You'll have to manipulate it more. So let's get started. Anyway, did I show you all the pockets? You have this tall pocket here, and then you have this pocket, and you have this pocket, and then I added this pocket. And then on this side you have this pocket, and this is a tuck. If you want to glue it down, there will be a pocket. So it could be a 6-pocket, 5-pocket or 6-pocket. She used a taller, skinnier piece of paper, and this piece wrapped around and tucked under, which made another little tuck spot, if I remember correctly. And that may have just been in my imagination, who knows. But this will work with any size paper. You just may end up with and not enough to wrap around, which I didn't. I had about 1/8 of an inch overhang, which I just snipped off. So, but I'll show you that. And then I ended up with these 2 pieces of scrap. Okay, so I tried doing it without cutting these pieces, which I'll show you in a minute. It was too bulky, and that's why I'm saying I don't think that the cardstock would be great. Now I'm just going with the curve of the paper because I got this, and I showed you the this is the 110-pound cardstock 300 GSM. The paper that I ordered, this is from Hobby Lobby. The one I got from Amazon, there it is on this side maybe, says Bright Creations 130 excuse me, 130 GSM craft paper. So my bad, I thought I was getting cardstock, but you know, this is a 200 pack, and it's not, it's about 1 inch shorter than this, and this is only 100, so you can tell it's quite a bit thinner. But that's okay, it will get used for other things than what I had anticipated. I have been working on my multiple journals, and I have eyelash trim everywhere. I bought this in a 6-pack on Amazon because I couldn't find it in any stores, and I don't remember it being shedding so much. So, you know, I guess you get what you pay for, but yeah, it's all over my floor, all over my chair, all over my clothes. We're going to take this and fold it vertically and try to match it up the best you can. I'm using a bone folder. You don't have to. You can finger fold. I find that you get a nicer, crisper fold if you use the bone folder. And I'm going to fold this in. And I'm going to turn it around and fold this in. I love folded paper projects. Now you can see that I did not get straight because there's a bigger gap down there. So I'm going to pull this up just a smidge. I can see where I went wrong. Pull that up just a smidge. See if I can work that out. And then go over here and do the same. And it may just be that it's not, paper's not straight. I mean, who knows? Okay, so we're going to end up, that's that 2 1/4. Okay, now we're going to open this back up, and we're going to take the top right corner and fold it down into a triangle. Now I'm just going to put my finger here, a little on the other side of that fold. Okay, you got that fold mark there. I'm going to put my fingernail just on the other side and bring that down so that I have like, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch, like that. So we're folding that down, then we're folding this in, okay. Now, we're going to fold this up. Now, there's this line here, okay, so we have this piece. This line right here, when you fold that triangle in, this line, and I know you can't see it. Let me, I was looking for a pencil. Well, that is a pencil. Let me make it darker for you so that you can see it. There is a line right here, okay, and that is the vertical line. You can see when I turn this, that's vertical. But when I fold this paper in, it becomes horizontal. Fold this in, and then I'm going to take the bottom and I'm going to fold it up just under that line. Okay. Use my bone folder like that. Okay. Now I no longer need that line. So I don't know if it'll erase or not, but I kind of drew it hard. I should not have drawn it that hard. You know, I need to get me one of those friction pens because I've been seeing a lot of people using the friction pens, and I have one for quilting, but it's more of a felt tip, and I guess it would still work. But all right, so now we're going to open this up, and we are going to remove this section and this section. And the only reason that we are doing that is for bulk. So I'm going to use my craft knife because it's a little faster than me trying to cut with scissors and go straight. Now what I do is I line up the edge of my ruler right there, and I'm just going to cut down. Not difficult because it's very thin paper. Do the same thing here. I'm just going to line it up on by folding over. And okay. Then we're going to come this way and we're just going to cut those 2 pieces off. I'm just lining it up on that fold. That wasn't straight. Maybe I'll do them separately. I'll do it separately. I know why. I know why that's happening. That one's folded the opposite way, so let's do this one first. Still, I wonder if my ruler, well, I'm using the wrong ruler, that's why. Okay. Okay. 1, and fold that down. There we go. Okay. So we had this, we're taking these away, and if you don't write an X on them, you can use them for something else. I will probably use them anyway. Alright, so now this is how it goes. You don't fold it back up the way it was. We folded it that way to get the lines. Now we're going to fold it over this way, and over, leaving this out, over this way. Oops, I forgot. I want to fold this back. Let's start over. We've got this up. We want to fold the triangle in, okay? And we're going to fold this and fold this, leaving this piece out. Fold this, and then this will go over, okay? Now, we don't need any glue yet, unless you want that not to be a tuck. Then we will glue this piece down here. If you want the pocket shorter, you can glue across the bottom. If you want the pocket longer, actually I don't think it needs to be done across the bottom because we're going to fold that piece up. So I don't believe it needs the glue on the bottom, just on the side. So let's get that in like that. Now we're going to fold this up. And you can see where I folded a little crooked, I've got a little piece of paper. Actually, that's looks probably where I cut crooked, cutting that piece out. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. That's from me not cutting on the right side of the score line when I turned the paper around. Alright, so we have this, we're folding up. Now, this is the top. We've got the pockets at the top. We've got a pocket here. We're going to turn this around so we can see it. You don't have to, but it's easier for me. I'm going to hold this corner and I want to fold this down. Okay, so that is up, and I want to fold this. I guess I want to do it this way so that this part lines up. I'm making this way more complicated than it has to be. Remember, this is a thicker paper, so you want to just take your time and you want to line that up across the bottom. So we're making an L, okay? Let me show you again. So we folded this up and then put a mark here, or I mean, you know, a little placeholder so that you can fold that down. You're going to crease it. That gives you another pocket. Okay, and then flip it over. Now what I did was I just kind of made a little score on that paper so it knew where it was going, and then wrapped that around. Right there again, folding that down. Okay, and you can see I have about an 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch right there. I'm just going to trim that off without cutting into the other cardstock. I don't want to cut into that pocket. Okay, just along that edge. And then we're going to glue this down. So that gives us our 5th pocket. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. And then if you want 6, you just fold this one down like that. You could leave it as a little flip up if you wanted to. Write a secret note in there. Or you can just glue it down. You could also just put a little dot of glue here. And you could tuck things in there if you wanted to. So, and then you can decorate it. Okay. I've got, as I've been working on my multiple TNs, I've been taking the scraps and making tags out of them. Aren't you proud of me? And so you could stick some of these tags in there. These would be really fun. I don't know if that would fit, but I've got a lot of little skinny tags. There's a little tiny one. Could fit in there. And these are wider. There's a small one. And there's a nice one that would fit in there. And I don't really have a tall tag to stick in the top, but it wouldn't be that difficult to make another one. In fact, probably would use a taller one for, let's see if I've got that. That one's white. I don't want to use white, but yeah, let's use one of these. They're taller. Well, this one's taller. There we go. So that looks, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have the one on the top. And I'm just gonna stick that in there temporarily because I don't want it to get lost. But these are really fast, really easy. I probably, like as usual, made it more complicated than it has to be, but I will leave the link to Oak House. I believe it's Oak House Journals, and yes, I will leave a link. I have it on the TV right now, bookmarked, so I can remember where to cut. Not that it's that difficult, but you know, I second guess myself. So anyway, yeah, this would be a real fun. You could use all the same size tags even. Once you angle them, you know, I'm not crazy, but this was a long one. I didn't realize that. Okay, let's put that in the top. I still think it's not as long as the pocket, yeah, but you could hide something in there. Uh-oh. Anyway, all right, I'm rambling on now, and yeah, this pocket is kind of deep, so that big one did fit nicely in there. This one goes all the way to the bottom. This one goes all the way to the bottom, and then the rest are smaller. So anyway, I hope you like that. Like I said, you could do this with any paper. You could do it with coffee dyed paper, / tea dyed paper, colored paper, leftover scrapbook paper, and you know, I'm using craft paper. You know, just about anything would make a nice little insert, and then you can dress it up and embellish it as much as you like. So I hope you'll try it. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.